me ha pedido matrimonio.
No.
Solo te estoy informando.
Y yo a ti. El amor no siempre acaba bien, animalillo.
Confía en mí. Demostraremos que te equivocas.
Has hecho una labor admirable en contra de tu naturaleza para criar a esta niña. Pero ahora, por fin gozará del amor de una verdadera madre.
One of the things that's interesting is, without realizing it, we've hit the chapters of the growth of a woman, right? We've hit her from her birth and her christening, to her being a little girl, being a teenage girl, to now being a wife. And so, in a way, the chapters are following a few things, but one of them is how a woman grows and evolves. And so soon, it does make sense that now there's this chapter for Aurora as wife, mother, queen, and what is that? And then, what? And now we've met and the Dark Fae are in, so what is the future for the Dark Fae, and do they return? And personally, I like the idea of getting out of England in the story, like basing England, but going into the world, because we have such a diverse, the Dark Fae represent the world. And so I would love to see them in the world and across the world. Yes, I think we all have very complex characters, which is really nice, and not often the case in an ensemble. And the way we balance each other, learn from each other, and change over the years for some of us. And for Maleficent, yes, I loved the first one where we went back and said, well, we think of her as evil and dark. And first movie we asked why and went deeper in. And I think most women, most people, have aren't born with a certain hardness and aggression. Something happens along your life where you lose trust, you don't feel safe, and you start to fight in a different way, and you protect yourself in a different way, and then through having a child, she finds her softness again. But then there was a question in this of, well, she's not just soft and trying to be small and cover her horns and adjust. She is a fighter, and she is a creature, and she is all these other things, and is she allowed to be both? And can she find herself or just keep apologizing for that thing within her and stay small? And so she's on her own journey to find out what that means. So I think it has beautiful messages about finding your true self and being it, embracing others. And also one of my favorite themes is that family is not made of blood. Well, I think it helps to maybe identify where some of the darkness is coming from and what is the true darkness. And really in this film, the Mistress of Evil is less Maleficent and more Queen Ingrid, who is someone who... I'm going to have a soundtrack during this answer. It's okay. Queen Ingrid is, when you see a leader like her who is so angry and so hostile and so much believes that the only way to survive is to destroy the other, we make it very clear in this film that she is afraid. She is weak and she is ignorant, and that is why she is behaving that way, and that is why she is wrong, and that is why the leaders that need to take place, which would be Aurora's character in the future, are those who see the strength and diversity, appreciate environment, respect for each other, respect for themselves, and are more forward-thinking and have a different vision. So these are themes that many children, many people may see and may not really. It's not political. It's not trying to be. But I do think if in the end you're happy about the way the film ends and it feels right, I think that heads you in the right direction. I think for children it gives a nice guide. I think it's a few things. I think it's not just girls in the film, because we have strong women. We also have the character that is wrong in the film and has to be taken out is also a woman. but we show very diverse types of women between our characters. But also we have extraordinary men in the film, and I really want to press that point, because I think that so often, in order, when a story is told to say this is a strong woman, she has to beat the man, or she has to be like the man, or she has to somehow not need the man. And we both very much need and love and learn from the men. And so I think that that's also an important message for young girls, to find their own power, but to respect and learn from the men around them.
I think for me, I definitely felt a real responsibility to do the second film, because in the first film, it was the first film that I'd ever done, kind of that scale, and probably only one I've done of this scale, honestly. But so many, young kids saw the film, and especially young girls would come up to me and say, "Oh, you're Aurora," and they would look at me as the character, and I'd never had that with the character before. And so hearing that we would be doing a sequel, I felt a responsibility to those girls, for sure. And I was so excited to get to show Aurora as a young woman and grown up. Obviously in the first film, I was 14 when I did it. I was much younger. And Aurora still has those qualities, that she does, of kindness and innocence and sweetness that she embodies.
So
but
do you.
I know, I got to be strong. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was so fun to come back. And I mean, especially the three of us, we were there in the beginning, and to get to come back and be reunited, I think. But also our relationships have changed and grown, because I'm 21 now and I'm older. So we could, I wasn't the kid on set anymore. I really felt accepted on set in a way, like a part, especially with Michelle and Angelina. They looked at me. It was amazing. It was an amazing feeling, because I felt like they included me, like I was one of their peers. And that was a really special feeling to feel that way.
It's like the pressure that. Wow, yeah. It's kind of like. I have a lot. I do. I feel. I love being an artist. I'm not sure that's the. Of course, but there are many other things I'd like, the other aspects of my work to take over my life a little bit more. So in the years ahead, and really, I just want to raise my children well. They're all at those very special ages where you want to not miss a moment and do your best to get it right before they're out in the world on their own and having to face everything. And you hope you get all the good stuff in. So that's my main focus. But I have some other crazy ideas for future things. We'll see what happens.
Please run for president.